Hey everybody, I'm back. It seems like that last episode, it sort of lagged. There was sort of a delay between the text and the voices. I think I know how to get around that. I just don't have to use Camtasia's pause button, because that delays it. That delays some of the footage and the audio. So anything that I have to skip, I can just cut it out. I just have to stop being lazy and just cut that stuff out. Anyway, on to Tsugumi's story.
そう。2005年。12年前。私がまだ12歳だった時のこと。
A virus? And are you still infected?
そうよ。私はキャリアの。
A carrier? What? Wait a second. Come on, wait just a second here. You mean to tell me 12 years ago, at age 12? 12 years ago at age 12? Means your age now is...
そう。23歳。あと2月で24になる。私は24年前、1993年の7月に生まれたの。
I scrutinized Tsugumi's face. There was no way she looked 23. But then again, I knew she wasn't lying. We had never touched upon the subject of her age, but I had assumed her to be a high school student at the most. No, Tsugumi looked pretty old to me. I muttered to myself, to think she was 3 years older than me.
ねえ、あなたはどこにいるの？
She suddenly changed the topic. What do you mean where? I'm right here. Tsugumi took her hand off of my neck, and I breathed easier.
そう。あなたという存在に実体はない。あなたはただの概念だから。
A concept?
情報。ソフトウェアと言ってもいいかもしれない。CD に焼かれた情報に実体はある。CD はただのプラスチック。ポリカーボネートという物質の塊。それは情報とは何の関連もない。情報の実体なんかであるはずもない。情報に形はないの。ただ専用のアプリケーションを用いることによってのみ情報は具現化される。しかし具現化されたその情報の形さえ本質ではない。本質は情報それ自体を指すのだから。たけしも同じ。たけしという本質に実体はない。なぜなら倉成たけしという人間の本質はただの概念、情報、ソフトウェアに過ぎない。それは肉体というハードによってのみ再現される。そう、肉体はハードウェア。たけしという本質を具現化するためのただの道具。
I see. Okay. I understand you perfectly. No, actually, I hardly understand you at all, but if what you say is true, then what? What does that have to do with what you were talking about?
今から12年前、私はあるウイルスに感染した。
Yeah, you said that.
そのウイルスのおかげで、ウイルスのせいで私の遺伝子のコードは書き換えられてしまった。
What? Your genetic code?
細胞は日々生まれ変わっている。生まれ変わり、そして死んでいく。通常人間の体細胞は5年後には全て入れ替わる。12歳の時ウイルスに感染した私の細胞はその瞬間からゆっくりと細胞分裂を繰り返し、5年後細胞は全て入れ替わったの。つまり私の肉体を構成する全ての細胞の遺伝情報が5年の歳月を経て全部書き換えられたということ。最後の一つとなった細胞が死んだ時、12歳の時の私は跡形もなく消え去ってしまった。そして古い私は死んだ。古い私は死に、新しい私は死なない体になっていた。
A body that never dies?
私の免疫機能並びに代謝効率は著しく能力向上し、テロメアは回復し続けるようになった。そう、私は決して老いず死ななくなった。私の成長はその時に止まったままなの。17歳のまま決して老いることはないの。
Highly improved immune system and increased metabolic efficiency. Telomeres that continue to rejuvenate. If what she said was to be believed, Tsugumi's body would never die on its own. As long as her body had the energy to continue, it would not die. As long as she continued to have the will to live, her body would be sustained forever. It's semi-eternal life. But was such a thing even conceivable? The concept of never growing old, never dying? Was it possible? Why do living creatures age? Essentially, it is to protect against exhaustion and deterioration of function. The life cycle needs aging so it can have succession and renewal through subsequent generations. I couldn't help but laugh. Ha. That's a good story, but no way! But I guess it's a good joke. Pretty solid.
ええ、そうね。
Tsugumi snickered at my words.
そう、ただの冗談。引っかかると思ったんだけど、ダメだったみたいね。
What else would you expect? Crazy talk like that.
なんだ、たけし。やっぱりバカじゃなかったんだ。
Tsugumi got up slowly. Her disheveled clothes showed just a peek of her legs, and a glimpse of her sleek thighs, her clean satin, and a scar. What the?
どうしたの？たけし？どこ見てるの？
Your right thigh, at the scar.
もっと近くで見たい？
Well, yeah, no.
見せてあげようか。
No, not really. It's okay. Sure enough, it was a scar. However, it looked like something that had healed years ago, just a scar where once several stitches closed a wound. Afterwards, I went straight back to the conference room. She had confided her secrets to me on the jellyfish gondola, virus carrier, and a body that never dies, a body that never grows old, her healed scar. It was also hard to believe. Could such a mind-boggling story even be true? I was still unable to completely believe her. I glanced up and noticed Coco and the others had stopped playing. Huh? What is she doing? With a worried look on his face, the kid was watching Coco intently. Pippi too had his eyes on her. In the middle of the rest area stood 4 stone statues. Okay. One of the shapes had a particularly large head. It was only half finished.
これはつぐみ。つぐみ、かっこよく描いてあげないとな。
Oh, Coco.
むふふ、むふふ、ふふりのふ。
Singing a cute little song, Coco continued to carve. She seemed entirely absorbed by what she was doing. Somehow, I could relate to her desire to throw herself into something.
器物損壊。
I'm going to the infirmary. Turning down a corridor after climbing the emergency stairs, I came out in front of the infirmary. Huh? The doors abruptly opened in my face, and that person came flying out, and then dodged right past me. In a flash, the figure was gone, without even seeming to notice me. Who was that? I whirled around quickly, trying to see who the person was. It was Tsugumi. Hey. I started to call out, but hesitated. The event from the night before popped into my mind. I could stop her, but then what? In the meantime, all I could see was Tsugumi's back fading farther away. Hey, wait up! Where are you going? Barely getting the words out, I dashed after her. I ran up a corridor and hurriedly climbed the stairs. But the sound of her feet faded down the end of the emergency corridor. Her figure had already rounded the corner out of sight. Tsugumi! I was out of breath. I had run about 30 yards, but damn it, Tsugumi, you sure are fast. I grumbled after her, although she was now well out of earshot. I didn't feel like I could catch up with her at all. Her speed was unnatural. She was still supposed to be recuperating, but still, she's still a little slower than what she pulled me away from the flooded aquarium. Her legs probably still hadn't fully recovered. Anyway, I didn't want her too overdoing it. Ah, damn it! Annoyed that I was out of breath, I continued after Tsugumi. sound of her feet was only barely perceptible in the distance. I strained my ears to hear. It sounded like she had headed downstairs. I descended the stairs. I was unable to hear any footsteps from below. It seemed that instead of going to the third floor, she had gone down to the corridor on the second floor. I came out near the entrance to the jellyfish gondola. I had thought she came this way. Tsugumi was nowhere in sight. Damn, I guess I'll just have to give up. What's the point in playing chase with her anyway, I thought. Still, I was disappointed. Without further recourse, I gave up and walked to the nearby security office. And as usual, the room smelled of smoke. I wonder how long I could watch the little peaceful world she had created. How long could I keep looking at her smiling face? Thinking about it made me feel lonely. Then again, there were others here too. One of them opening her mouth so wide. Didn't seem... yeah. She had surprised me when she started talking to me all of a sudden. Tsugumi right there seemed like she would never talk about dying, even by accident. Why would she have resolved her feelings? If that was the case, then it seemed like talking with her had been the right thing to do. I chased after her constantly. Been hit by her, been put down by her, but the Tsugumi before me was unmistakably one of us. Okay, decision time. I guess if we hit the kid, it's gonna piss Sora off. And yeah, let's piss Sora off. You better brace yourself! Whack! I struck the kid hard on his cheek. It hurt. It had to have hurt him. My hand even hurt, but more than the pain in my hand, my heart hurt. I let go of the kid's collar and he backed away slowly. Everyone watched us silently. Tears rolled up in his eyes. Kid, look over at Tsugumi. She injured her leg terribly and almost drowned. She had surgery. If it were me, I'd have probably died, but she pulled through it. I pointed at Tsugumi. Tsugumi stood silently. The kid timidly raised his eyes to look at her. But he soon stared at the floor again.
でも、竹しかそんなこと言ったってさ、僕はつぐみじゃないんだ。みんな同じじゃないんだから。無理だ。僕には無理だ。そんなに強くないんだよ。そんなに強くなれないよ。生きてなんかいられない。生きていられないんだよ。だから、だったら、いっそのこと。
I didn't want him to make him say the rest, but I couldn't stop him. I knew how hard it would be for him to say. Even I wasn't that strong. Everyone waited for the kid's next words in silence. They were probably unthinkable.
で、どうしたいの？どうしたいの？あなたは。
Tsugumi took a step forward and stared at the kid. Those eyes were unfeeling and quiet.
ねえ、教えてよ。少年がどうしたいのか知りたいわ。
Softly, she approached the kid one step at a time. Everyone was so caught off guard that they couldn't move, couldn't say a word.
どうしたの？言えないの？
He tried to say something, but no words would come out of his mouth. He had also forgotten how to back away. Tsugumi went up to the kid and touched him.
生きていたくないの？
The kid tried to nod, but his head wouldn't budge.
じゃあ、死んじゃいたいの？
The kid couldn't respond either.
何か言ってよ。お願いだから。私にはよくわかんないよ。
Tsugumi asked the kid, her tone neutral.
ねえ、どっちなの？あなたは死にたいの？あなたは生きたいの？そう。答えられないんだ。だったらもう二度とそんなこと言わないで。ね？
The kid broke down in tears and fell to the floor, covered in water. Oh, I want to give him a hug.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
You suddenly spurred into action, ran over to the kid and wrapped her arms around his shoulders. Sora looked down and covered her face with her hand. She was trembling. Coco and Pippi were staring at everyone, speechless. Tsugumi! Not knowing what else to say, I just stood there. I looked at her face, but I couldn't read what she was thinking from her expression.
Takeshi, ちょっとこっちに来て.
Seeing that I was confused, Tsugumi ran over to me. Eyebrows raised, she glared at me strongly. What was she thinking? Ouch! What are you doing? That hurts!
いいから来なさい! さあ、早く!
Totally clueless, I followed along behind her. She had grabbed my ear and mercilessly tugged. Let me go, Tsugumi! Why are you doing this? Ouch! Wordlessly, she doggedly moved forward. She kept a firm grip on me and kept pulling me so that I couldn't get away. You ripped my ear off! It's seriously going to come off! Ugh, Sheriff! This is killing me! Let go of me, please! I kept climbing the stairs. She wouldn't let go no matter how I pleaded, so I finally shut up. When we finally made it to the second floor, she let go of my ear. Ooh, thank heavens. I mean, what are you doing? Are you crazy?
うるさいわね。
Whoa there.
やっと黙ったと思ったのに。
Tsugumi let out a big sigh. What's that face supposed to mean?
見ての通り。がっかりしてるのよ。あなたに。
She furrowed her brow and looked at me. She pinched the bridge of her nose and shook her head. She looked completely fed up. Tsugumi turned and she started walking away from me. Hey, wait a second. Why? What's with you? Did I do something to you? I hurried over to her and insisted that she answer me.
違う。あなたはまるで分かってない。
And throwing back her shoulders, she picked up her pace. What don't I understand? I mean, things were getting out of hand back there. If you hadn't said something, I don't know how it would have turned out. I'm glad you did. I'm really sorry, and thanks. Hey, wait, Tsugumi! I kept yelling as I chased after her. You of all people know how serious this situation is, right? So how come you are... No, that's not it. That's not it! You're angry at me, right? Why are you so mad? Please tell me! I could put more feeling into what I'm saying, but it's nighttime and I really need to be quiet. Tsugumi stopped at the entrance to quell.
ええ。分かったわ。くだらない質問だけど、答えてあげる。
Oh, okay. All of a sudden, Tsugumi smiled at me. I flinched.
あなた、さっき自分で何て言ったか覚えてる？
Me? Let's see. I was fairly angry, so I really don't remember that well. And might not have been all there at the time. But you know, I really don't think I said anything wrong to the kid. I'm sure about that.
そう。間違ってはなかったみたいね。だからよ。だから怒ってるの。
Tsugumi jumped onto the jellyfish gondola. I got on soon after her and closed the door. The gondola zipped into the tube out into the ocean.
冗談じゃない!
Whoa. Bam! Tsugumi pounded the shell of the jellyfish with her fist. Her expression was one of annoyance again. The gondola swayed slightly as I moved forward.
生きてさえいればいい。仲間なんだから協力しろですって。そうやって押し付けて、強要して、詭弁を並べ立てて。無責任にも程がある。あなたは一体何者なのよ。よくもまあ、そんなことが言えたものね。
So, what else could I do? It's better than just standing by and watching him sink in despair. It's better to have a little hope than nothing at all, right?
偽善者。
Well, you know what? You're selfish and self-righteous. And you're always faking like you don't care about anyone. You go around hurting people on purpose and making them feel like crap. And now you're trying to make me look bad.
違う。わざわざしてるわけじゃない。いろんなことが気に入らないだけよ。
Liar. And that's not the way you want things to happen in your heart, and you know that. Why do you have to lash out at everything? Why can't you just be yourself for once?
違う。素直じゃないのはあなた。
I'm always myself.
ひねくれ者。
And that's funny coming from you. This isn't what we're talking about anyway. Why are you so angry? If I did something wrong, then I guess I deserve it. If there really is a good reason, then hey, I won't complain. So come on, tell me. I won't argue with you, just tell me what it is.
知りたい？そんなに。
Tsugumi sat down in the gondola. Her tone had almost returned to normal. Yeah, of course. She hesitated a bit, but soon came to sit next to me. Tsugumi looked straight ahead. She didn't try to look at me.
どうして？
Because I want to know. Because I want to know what my friends are thinking. I put my hand lightly on her shoulder. I was becoming more and more worried. Maybe she was still trying to be stubborn. Tsugumi didn't try to shake off my hand, but she just sat there.
そうね。私も仲間とやらになったのよね。聞きたければ聞けばいい。答えてあげるわよ。私は所詮あなたの仲間なんだから。
Why do you have to say it like that? You're not still... Tsugumi thrust her hand into her pocket and took something out.
たけしはこれ、
Oh,
なんだか知ってるわよね。
Chammy. The Jungarian hamster. Who cares? Where the heck did he pull that from?
ポケット。
I know that. That's not what I'm asking. Don't just shove him out and talk about him as a this. Hamsters are delicate living creatures, and you should be careful with them.
そうよね。でも、しょうがないじゃない。この子の居場所は他にないもの。
Aww. Chammy stood in Tsugumi's hand. He twitched his nose and looked up at both of our faces inquisitively. Tsugumi stroked Chammy softly with the tip of her finger.
ねえ、たけし。こうするとどうなるか知ってる？
Tsugumi grasped both of her hands tightly together. In between the cracks of her fingers, I could see Chammy's soft, warm-looking gray fur. Soon his body disappeared, entirely in her hands.
どうなるか知ってる？
Idiot! Cut it out!
ねえ。答えてよ。
Tsugumi started to squeeze harder. Chammy, who only the tip of his nose was visible, turned his beady eyes towards Tsugumi. What are you talking about? It's totally obvious. What a stupid question. You want to talk about stupid questions? There's one for you. She started squeezing more. The space between her fingers got smaller and smaller. Chammy twisted his body and started to struggle. Cut it out, Tsugumi. If you go on like this, Chammy's going to... The hamster looked at Tsugumi and me. At the end, I thought he even let out a small breath. Tsugumi crushed her hands together with all her might. They pressed together. Her hands were shaking with the effort. From the cracks of her fingers, red droplets started to fall.
ねえ。たけし、チャミはどうなったと思う？
Tsugumi's voice was also shaking.
答えてよ。答えてよ。
Oh my god. No. You think I'm going to answer you that? Open your hands. Tsugumi, open your hands. Please, just open them up. Now! Her hands were shaking heavily as they opened. Chammy. Tsugumi, what have you done? He was dead. His fur was slightly wet. Chammy looked like a dirty old dish rag. Probably all of the bones in his body were broken. All of the blood had probably been squeezed from his body. He probably hadn't had any time to wonder. It had happened so fast. His life had been extinguished.
ねえ、たけし。知ってる？これからどうなると思う？
Tsugumi, cut it out! I shook Tsugumi's shoulders violently. I thought for sure I would knock her down. I forced her to look at me, but Tsugumi was crying and her lips trembled as she bit down on them.
たけし、どうして答えてくれないのよ。
Chammy is dead. He will never move again. In her hand, Chammy seemed to move faintly, as if he had woken up suddenly. His movements were stiff and barely visible and extremely slow, but he was actually moving. His heart had started beating again. He had started thinking again, breathing again. He shook himself off slightly, fluttered his ears, and twitched his nose. He got up on shaking legs and even tried to stand. However, there was still blood on her hand.
ねえ、 けし、チャミ、どうなった？
Our gondola qual had already passed the entrance to the right twice, and was just starting to make its third pass. One pass really wasn't that long. Altogether, we had only been on it about just over 10 minutes. In that brief time, he had returned to normal and was sitting up on our palms, staring at the two of us inquisitively.
この子はね、
Tsugumi was penetrating me softly again with the tip of her finger.
少年とは違うの。あなたとも違うの。見たでしょ？これが現実。チャミはウイルスに侵されている。
Oh.
最初に触ろうとした時、チャミが爪を立てた。私の手に噛みついて、チャミは血を浴びた。だからチャミは私と同じになった。
No, no way. No way, I don't believe you. I still couldn't believe her, or what she had told me about the virus earlier. Or what happened, or what had happened right in front of me then.
ほら、生きてるわ、この子。
Tsugumi murmured as she looked down.
生きてる。息してるし、
So I'm guessing it's not teeth
心臓
loud.
も動いてるよ。でも、痛かったよね。苦しかったよね。
Man. I bet it freaking hurt. Man, I bet it freaking hurt. That poor hamster. Man, that was painful to watch, actually.
私、ひどいことしちゃったよね。ごめんね、チャミ。
No.
ごめんね。許して。私が悪かったの。でも、生きててよかったね。
I started shaking Tsugumi's shoulders again. What the hell are you talking about? How can you say something like that? You just put him through something unimaginable, and now you just say, it's okay because you're alive.
違う！
Tsugumi brushed my hands off.
あなたが言ったのよ。あの時、たけしが言ったじゃないの。生きてさえいればって。それがどうなの？見たでしょ？チャミがどんな目にあったか。私がどんな目に遭わせたのか。たけしだって今見たでしょ？生きてさえいればいいなんて、そんなことはない。絶対にない。私はそんなの信じない。生きてるだけじゃ生きてるとは言えないのよ。どう？わかる？わからない？たけし、答えてよ。ねえ、チャミにはわかる？
Her face was pointing down. I couldn't see her expression. But I didn't have to. I knew what it was. Tsugumi's crying silently. Countless tears fell from her face, like raindrops falling one by one onto the red-stained floor of Qual. I didn't know what to say. No words seemed adequate.
ねえ、私が何回死んだか知ってる？
She was trying to stay as calm as she could. I have no idea. I scarcely would move my lips as I replied.
私ももう覚えてない。そのウイルスのキャリアは当初世界でも十数人と言われた。その中でも私は少し特殊だった。2005年8月、12歳の私は父親の仕事の関係で家族と一緒に渡米していた。その頃の私の友達ジュリア、同い年の彼女はアメリカのとある病院に入院中だった。不治の病だと言われていたが、悪性の腫瘍であちこちに転移して手の施しようがなかったそうよ。でも私は何度もお見舞いに通った。友人ジュリアのために微笑んでいる彼女が余命いくばくもないなんて私は信じなかった。もしも奇跡というものがあったら、もしも私が祈ることで彼女が治るのなら、せめて 痛みや苦しみを和らげることができたなら、そう考えた。そんなある日、私は事故に遭った。
An accident? Is that how you got the virus?
いいえ、病院を出た途端に18輪トレーラーにはねられた。全身を骨折、筋断裂多数、意識不明、呼吸停止、絶望的な状態だけど、なぜか私は死ななかった。そして数ヶ月後、見知らぬ場所で私は目覚めた。
Where am I? It's a hospital. Which one? Well, I don't really know either. You don't know? Hahaha, I don't know why, but I don't know. My name's Tsugumi. Tsugumi Kamachi. You? Huh? What's your name? Well, I don't know that either. Sucks, huh?
記憶喪失の少年の隣で私は目覚めた。窓の外は知らない風景、おそらくはアメリカのどこかの空の下だけど、それが地図のどこであるか知るには、それから実に8年もの年月を要した。
8 years?
ずっとそこにいたの。私はその病院に。
Who are you? I'm the physician who will be attending to you. Physician? Oh, you mean you're a doctor? Yes, I'm going to find a cure for your sickness and make you all better. Cure me? I got in an accident and got hurt. No, it's a little different than that. Different? You have a new disease, one that we've never seen before. A new kind of disease? So that was...
そうよ。いつ何がきっかけでそうなったのかはわからない。だけど目覚めた時にはもう、いいえ、きっと事故に遭う以前から私はすでに死なない体になりつつあったの。
Alright, I'd like to take a little of your blood. Why? Well, it's for research, to find a way to cure you, of course. Research? Your illness is very rare. Rare? There are very few people in the world who have it, and all of those people you're special. Special? Your genetic code is being rewritten. It is truly fascinating. You're to talk about a whole medical center. I don't understand. What are you talking about? Hey, don't worry about it. We're going to find a way to make you better, I promise. How are you gonna get some blood? Well, princess, hey, don't you worry yourself about it. Just give me your arm, and we'll be done before you know it. It won't hurt.
たびたび採血をされたわ。その時は深く考えなかった。なぜそんなことをするのかって。病気の治療のためだから。君や君の仲間のためなんだと、その医師たちに言われ続けてきた。
Hey, you there next to me. What? You're sick too, aren't you? Me? Well, the same sickness as me? No, I mean, probably not anyway. You mean, you aren't sure? Yeah, I'm fine. I know, I can see the future.
彼は言った。これから何度も悲劇を見ることになる。だけどどうか、その度に落ち込まないでほしい。まず5年。それから3年、また3年。でも君はそれでも生きていけるはず。だいたいそういう意味合いのことを私に告げた。やがて彼の言った意味が幼い私にも分かり始める。
Tsugumi, take a look. There's a cat and mouse over there. Oh yeah, they're so cute. I wonder why they're in a place like this. Yeah, those cages are so small, it looks painful. You want to let them out? I wonder if it'll be alright. It should be. Come on, let's do it. Hey, wait. Okay, everyone out. Run while you can. Crash. Hey, what do you think you two are doing? Oh no, the experiment. Everyone be careful. What if you don't let them bite you? Watch out, they're contagious. They were really mad at us. You opened up those cages so fast, you surprised me. They caught all the animals again. Yeah, they're right back what they were before. In those cramped, small cages. They're trapped again. Why did they have to be locked up like that anyway? Why? I wonder. Why?
それがなぜかは少しずつわかる。ここがただの病院でなく研究施設だということもうすうす感じ始めていた。誰もお見舞いに来ないし、誰も退院する様子がない。入院する人だってめったにいない。相変わらずここがどこなのかはわからない。
Huh? They're all gone. You didn't let them out again, did you? No? Oh, well, I wonder where they went then. I don't know. But they shouldn't have been kept in such a cramped space anyway. Yeah, maybe the researchers thought the same thing and let them go then? No idea. It's no good. We still haven't been able to discover... crap. It happened right in front of me, but I still can't believe it. The only explanation I can come up with is genetic transfer. It goes against everything we know about science. They were stood up to 4 splicings. I think maybe they can take 8. Let's keep testing. No, if we continue, there's no mistaking it. If they're still alive, they might still even react at 16. But they're not. These aren't living creatures anymore. Is that what you want to say? Perhaps that way of thinking might have been correct. According to our old way of thinking, we have no idea of the possibility this entails. That's not right. It's crazy. Ah, the mice are still there. They're so cute. Wait, something strange. 1, 2, 3. Huh? Are there more of them or less? Did they put the cats back in their cages? Cover is locked. I can't get it off. Huh? What? Hey kid, where did the kid go? Answer me. Get out of here. It's time for you to leave.
私がそこを出るまで8年間ずっとそんな日々が繰り返されたの。来る日も来る日も。私も何度か研究所の人間に呼び出された。彼らは私の仲間だと自ら言った。けれど実際は違った。わけのわからない検査や試験が幾日も続いた。ただの道具のように扱われ、もはや痛みも苦しみも感じられず、元のベッドに帰るたびに私はただ泣いた。隣の少年はついに帰ってこなかった。たけし、どういうことだかわかる？
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't know, but...
説明しなくてもいい？
Yeah. If it's too painful for you, you don't have to say anything more. Tsugumi was stroking Chami with a trembling finger. Put my hand lightly on Tsugumi's shoulder. So to suddenly get hit by a virulent disease and become someone who would never age. Spend 8 years trapped in a research facility. I couldn't imagine how it must have been to go through that.
嫌い。おしゃべりな自分が大嫌い。おかしいね。たけしといるといらないことをどんどん話してしまうから。
It's okay, you don't have to talk. I'm so sorry. It was totally irresponsible what I said back there. It was careless of me to talk about being alive like it is just a given.
同情なんかしてほしくない。今さら。
If it isn't like that, it's not like that. Tsugumi, I was wrong, okay?
間違ってたですって？
She screamed suddenly.
そんなこと言わないで！簡単に自分の言ったことを撤回なんかしないでよ！それこそ無責任よ！
I didn't know what to tell her.
今のあなたは奴らと同じ。分かってないの。何も。仲間って言葉を振りかざしてるだけ。彼女の気持ちはあなたに分かってない。彼の気持ちだって分かっていない。
She was making me feel it had been a mistake to say I'd been wrong. No, that wasn't it either. The truth was, there was no such thing as right and wrong.
生きている者はずっと生きるべきなんだと言ったわよね。あなた。私は生きながらえている。おそらく何度も死んで、まだ生きている。チャミも生きてる。でもたけし、あなたは今本当に生きてるの？本当にそこにいるの？ うしたの？私の言うことありのまま受け入れるって言ったわよね。たけしはそう言ってくれたよね。
She bit her lip. Her shoulders were shaking. She looked bitterly disappointed. Disappointed. That when she tried to live, she ended up dying. And when she tried to die, she ended up living. It was a process that repeated itself over and over without end. It wasn't right or wrong, it was her reality. It was something that she had no choice but to accept. But I still wasn't able to accept it.
バカみたい。バカみたい。私。きっとあなたなんかよりずっとバカなのよ。
The gondola swayed. We had arrived at the end of the ride. I had no idea how many times we passed by Qual. The door opened suddenly. She got up quickly and opened the door. Tsugumi! I stuck up my hand to grab her, but she swallowed it away immediately.
触らないで。私に。触らないで。
She closed the door from outside. The jellyfish that was running on started moving again. Stupid. I muttered to myself. Stupid idiot. I said it to myself. I said it to her. I said it to no one and nothing in particular. To everything. Outside the window was the ocean. The ocean closed off from the light. When I passed under the shadow of the installation, the gondola became dark. And inside of the darkness, all alone in the darkness, I bit hard down on my lip as I cried. Soon it was night. In the conference room, you, Coco, and Pippi were waiting. Even the kid. Looked like the kid had calmed down some. While I've been gone, it seemed that you and Coco have been able to talk some sense into him. You told me that he'd probably been upset by a recurring memory and had gone worked up in spite of himself. I felt that I've gone out of hand and had some terrible things myself. I ran around to everyone there and apologized. Soon afterward, a report came to us in the conference room directly from Lei's terminal. You read out the context to all of us. The cosmic rail room had flooded completely. Casualties? None. Flooding to other rooms? None. Chance of damage spreading? None. Shivering slightly in the cold, I wrapped my arms around my knees and we all went to sleep. I needed to be listening more attentively to Sora's report, just like you, Coco, Kid, and Pippi, and even Tsugumi. Everyone was listening calmly to what Sora had to say. No one was panicking yet. Last night, Tsugumi yells had pierced my heart, yet her bitter bullet didn't come out my back. It remained lodged inside as a constant reminder. She refused to look at me. Instead, Tsugumi just stared blankly in front of her. Perhaps that was for the best. No, that wasn't just it. Something else was bothering me. I tuned back into the affairs at the hand, listening carefully to Sora's report.
旧来の通信回路については依然普通。
The gloomy atmosphere that had been hanging over the gathering lightened, and everyone started thinking about how they should spend their time. Sora smiled and stilled everyone with courage. I was grateful for that piece of code in Sora's AI. Function that allowed her to be calm in times of trouble. I was shocked to see her. I totally blanked and went speechless.
私がここにいたらいけない？
Tsugumi spat out her words coldly. It was typical Tsugumi.
そんなことないよ。つぐみも一緒に手伝ってくれるよね。
ええ、いいわ。仕方ないわね。
Tsugumi nodded reluctantly.
ココ、どうすればいいの？
そうだね。
Tsugumi glanced at me. She didn't say anything and looked away quickly. Her eyes seemed dead. Thinking about it made me sad. Tsugumi. After finishing my sandwich, I got up to the nerve to speak to Tsugumi.
何か用なのたけし。
Tsugumi crouched on the stage. I crouched beside her and looked to see what she was doing. There, Tsugumi was drawing something on the stage with a thick marker. As usual, Tsugumi didn't look at me. She stopped scribbling for a moment and decided to come out and say what I had to say. About yesterday. I'm sorry, I didn't know what to say, but...
何のこと？言ってる意味がよくわからないわ。
Tsugumi was curt in her response. Tsugumi, you're joking, right? There's no way you could have forgotten. I know I haven't. It's not just something you can just simply forget about. I realize it's not something you can talk about casually, but... Her eyes wandered around the room for a moment. Then she looked down again at the scribbles she had been drawing.
気にしてない。昨日のことは気にしてないから。あなたももう言わないで。何も言わないで。
Tsugumi was back to her drawing on the stage floor.
脱出方法を私も考えてるから。邪魔しないで。
Tsugumi refused to look at me as she spoke. After that, I felt a little gun-shy. Okay, then. I stood up and left her there. I walked over to where Sora was. Hey, Sora.
どうしましたか？倉成さん。
Sora smiled softly when she looked at me. Nothing much, I just have a lot on my mind.
レミには現在、各種処理を任せてあります。何かトラブルがあれば、すぐ通信も脱出法の検討ももちろん継続しています。ご安心くださいね。
Thanks, Sora. That helps. Can I ask you what time it is? I need to set it on my...
お安いご用です。時刻は...
Hold on for a second. I took my PDA from my pocket. When I did...
ソラ、ちょっといい？ねえ、倉成。つぐみの怪我のことなんだけど、急速に治っていく彼女の傷。結局、抜歯もしなかったんだよ、あれ。つぐみは変わりなく、私たちと同じように生活してるけど、私も気にするまいと思って、とにかく事実をありのまま受け入れてきたつもりなんだけど、やっぱりあれは普通じゃないよ。
She looked down on her feet when she spoke.
つぐみの体質のこと、倉成は何か知ってる？
No, I haven't. Wait, I might have.
なんだかはっきりしないな。どっちなのよ。
I'm sorry, I forgot.
忘れた？いい加減なやっちゃな。それでも君は男かね？ん？ちょっと、なんとか言いなさいよ。
I was silent. I figured it was something just between Tsugumi and me, and I didn't really know enough about her condition to say, yeah, I know something. Plus, I was still having a difficult time believing the whole thing. Even when I saw it with my own eyes, part of my brain refused to accept it.
そっかそっか。忘れちゃったんだ。まあ、それなら仕方ないですな。
How come you asked me about it?
さあね。
You said this sarcastically, plain dumb. And then a serious look formed on her face.
実はね、レミを調査中に医療用のデータベースから気になる情報が出てきたの。ライプリヒ製薬のデータベースから。
Lieblich Pharmaceutical? Database?
多分、救護室で治療の時に使うものだと思うんだけど。
Coco and Pippi. You could hear the splashes from
デ
their
ータを
running
見て、
echo.
私、信じられなかった。老いることのない体、ウイルスによる変質。常識をはるかに超えてる。もしかしたら、何か関係あるのかもしれない。データベースには、症例の記録がいくつかあったの。つぐみと同じような症例の報告。一般には、まだほとんどその事例を知られていないウイルス性の疾患。
What? Hey, hold on a sec. How come Leimu has that kind of information?
知らないよ、そんなことは。分かってるのは、そのデータとウイルスの名前だけ。
name of the virus?
名前。その名は、キュレイ。
Cure? I read that as cure. Cure. I pondered the name for a moment. Just then, a virus that was totally different than the one Tsugumi had?
ここ
Let's see, we never did ask Tsugumi about the door. Tsugumi, do you think there's a way to open it up?
何言ってるのよ、たけし。私もそれがわからないから困ってるんじゃない。
Yeah, right. After thinking for a bit, Tsugumi asked Sora a question.
この扉が開くときにどういう動作が行われるのかわかる？そうですね。推測してみます。正しい解除キーが入力されると、そこに埋め込まれているハッチのレバーが立ち上がるはずです。レバーを回転させることで扉のロックが解除されます。ただし現在はこのレバーは飾りです。回転は電動で自動的に。普段はモーターにロックをかけてあるようです。そう。本来は緊急時には手動で開けられるようにしてあったのをわざわざ使えなくしたんでしょうね。だとすれば。
She pulled out a flathead screwdriver. Where did she get that from?
もしレバーを取り出せれば手動で開けられるかもしれない。
She began to insert the tip of the screwdriver into the gap between the door's panel lines, and Tsugumi jammed the screwdriver in with all her might. She tried to dig out this lever buried in the hatch by force. The alloyed screwdriver crushed like a piece of candy. The lever budged slightly towards the surface of the door. However, slam. The screwdriver bent into two equal parts from its handle, and the lever snapped back into place.
仕方ないよね。
Tsugumi threw the bent screwdriver on the floor. What next? We'll ask you, obviously. She'll try to freaking open it by force. I wonder what happens if we do wait just a second. Hey, wait just a second.
どうしたの、たけし。まさかこの後に及んでおじけづいたりしてないでしょうね。
No, that's not it. If we're going to spend an hour stuffed into that little room, I just want to make sure everyone was ready. You know, check to see if everyone had gone to the bathroom, brushed their teeth, taken a shower, and if you're going to bring a snack, make sure it's reasonable. I heard two rather large sighs.
こんな時にもそんな冗談言っていられるあなたって、正真正銘、神聖のバカね。倉成さん、1時間くらいでしたら皆さんきっと我慢できますよ。それより急ぎましょう。
It seemed that everyone was tired of my jokes. I just wanted to put everyone at ease. Okay, I'm sorry. So let's get moving then. When I said this, again, you, the kids, Tsugumi, Sora, and Pippi all nodded in unison. We had just finished making our rounds. The kid had gone back earlier with Ryu and Coco into the examination room. Tsugumi and I were in the corridor talking. No other options, huh?
そうね。で、どうするの？
What do you mean, I'm thinking about that right now. Tsugumi smiled slightly.
たけしって本当に悪あがきが好きみたいね。
This isn't wasting time.
ごめんね。でもやっぱりそうやってる方がたけしらしい感じがする。
Thinking about things that are impossible? When I said that, Tsugumi puffed up her cheeks.
もう違うでしょ。たけしの意地悪。
Never thought I'll hear you say that. I have no idea what to do, but we'll find a way out of this somehow. We've made it this far. Tsugumi laughed at my efforts to sound positive.
ええ、そうよね。大丈夫ってやつよね。
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be okay. From a distance, a roaring sound reverberated through the installation. It seemed that it was transmitted through the water to IBF. I wonder if that was the sound of the thermal vents. Or was it coming from labor? The situation surrounding us was extremely grim, and we were only left with the options of postponing the inevitable. Hey, Tsugumi, how about that old guy?
研究員の彼。残念だったわね。
Yeah, but I was thinking, why was he the only one left here? Everyone else got out earlier, right? Well, besides those guys that didn't make it.
彼には逃げられない事情があったのよ。生き延びるだけの事情も。
Circumstances?
端末の並んだ部屋で見つけた記録、覚えてる？
Yeah, there were a few of them. Wait, are you saying...
気づいた？あの業務日誌の記録。
Oh, it was him. His last words have been, take care of my daughter.
あの研究員こそが、おそらくココの父親だったのよ。
T.Y. Mr. Yagami, huh? Yagami, huh? He probably knew that Coco was here when the accident hit Lame. Oh, so he was talking to Coco. Oh, that's cool. We get to learn that it was actually his dad, her dad.
そうね。レミューにいるかもしれないココのことを思って、彼は生き延びたのかもしれない。
The two of us leaned against the wall and looked calmly at the waves lapping in the pool. What do you think about Coco's condition? Why did Coco get TB anyway?
そうね。ココは5月1日以前に一度この EBF に降りている。その時すでに EBF で研究していたティーフブラウウイルスが漏れていたとしたら。
What?
ティーフブラウの潜伏期間は2日から7日。ココの発症のタイミングからしてもそれなら辻褄が合うんじゃない？
Yeah, I guess you're right. When Coco came to IVF, she was probably exposed to TB somehow. Not to myself, I figured that had to be the most probable possibility.
ただし EBF の連中もしばらくの間恐ろしいティーフブラウが館内に蔓延していることに気づかなかった。やがて感染者が何人も発見され署内がパニック。手のつけられない状況になった。ウイルスによる死者の続出。我先にと脱出していく署員たち。不足する耐圧式ポット。
Wait, that means... That alarm meant... The alarm that we heard on May 1st and Leimu was... Couldn't stop myself from asking. Tsugumi frowned and continued.
恐怖に駆られたスタッフの誰かが強引に EBF からレミューに上がり通常の体感減圧の手続きを踏まずに緊急通路を開いてインゼルヌルに出てしまった。その通路はしばらく開け放たれたままになった。
And the built-up gas inside the complex quickly escaped, bringing down the pressure. A section of Leimu started flooding and the watertight doors closed. And that's how we ended up getting stuck here?
ええ、そうよ。つまりレミューで聞いたあの警報は館内の圧力異常とウイルスの漏洩二重の意味があって発令された。そう考えられるわね。
I can't believe it. All I could do was sigh in frustration. That's the reason that no rescue team is coming here.
きっとそのせいなのね。
With a solemn face, Tsugumi nodded.
ティーフブラウイルスが外の世界に漏れてしまっては大変なことになる。たとえ生存者がいようともウイルスと共に海の中に閉じ込めておく必要があった。もしかしたらライプリヒ製薬が事故自体を隠蔽しようとしているのかもしれない。私たちがここにいることを知りながら。
I kicked on a rusted bolt that had fallen at my feet. It bounced into the pool with a splash and slowly sank. Then we walked around making stomping sounds as I went. The sounds of our feet echoed loudly off the walls of the narrow corridor. Well, if that's the case, then...
あれって？
Well, you know. That means we've got to get ourselves back up to the surface no matter what.
どうして？
So that we can tell the media all about what's happened here. That's why. We're going to put it to light black. No matter what, okay?
なるほど。その息よ。たけしらしくなってきた。
Puffing down her cheeks slightly, Tsugumi looked at me. Really?
ええ。私もたけしと一緒に。
Huh? Did you say something?
なんでもない。
For some reason, Tsugumi's face was red. Huh? I felt strange and stopped suddenly. I looked up.
たけし、どうしたの？
Tsugumi followed my gaze to the ceiling. There was nothing there. She returned her gaze to me. I'm not really sure, but for some reason it's hard to breathe all of a sudden.
たけし、あなた、鼻血が。 鼻血が出てる。
Eh? I hurriedly wiped my nose. My upper lip was wet with something.
ちょっと大丈夫？
Tsugumi looked worriedly at my face. Fine, I'm fine. Looking up and wiping under my nose, I replied. I wasn't thinking about anything sexual. Absolutely, positively.
別に私そんなこと気にしてない。
Well, alright then. The blood wouldn't stop flowing. I look like such a dork.
格好なんかどうでもいいじゃない。
I care. Looking like this in front of you? You, I, her.
はって何？ねえ。
Tsugumi started shaking my shoulder. Wachoo! I let out a huge sneeze. Splat. Blood started dripping not only from my nose, but my mouth as well. Red flecks splattered on the floor and walls. Whoa. I was suddenly assaulted by dizziness. The world felt like it was spinning. For some reason, I can't keep steady. Though I didn't feel so great, it seemed funny for some reason and I laughed. What's with this?
たけし、しっかりして。
Huh? Quit shaking me, it's making me feel ill.
ごめん。
Hey, I'm fine. Don't worry, Tsugumi.
全然大丈夫じゃない。血まみれじゃないのよ、たけし。診療室に行きましょう。すぐ見てもらった方がいいわ。
Yeah. This isn't good. I gotta get a hold of myself. I tried to calm myself down. With Tsugumi supporting me, I walked down the corridor. Just then, a door flew open in front of us. It was the examination room. Out of it flew you.
つぐみ、くらなり、少年が大変なの。
Her face changed color as she shouted.
少年がどうしたの？
大変なのよ。いいからとにかく中へ。まさか、くらなりも、なの？
You noticed the shape I was in, and her face turned pale.
たけし、もう？
What are you talking about? So, whatever route you take, their roles are switched. Like now, this is you saying all this stuff, while in Sora's route, it was, Tsugumi. Oh, you can't skip it. This kid was sleeping on the MRI table. His results from the scan came up on the control panel's monitor. T-Flow, 2017, Rev.17.
少年も、ティーフ・ブラウンに感染してる。
How could that happen? Why? He's been with us the whole time. So where did he get TB? I mumbled to myself, finding it hard to breathe all of a sudden.
たけし、落ち着きなさいよ。ティーフ・ブラウンの正確な感染経路は私たちには分かってないんだから。たけし、あなたもスキャンを受けて。
Why?
スキャンを受けてよ。お願いだから。いきなり鼻と口から血を吹くなんて普通じゃないわ。
Yeah, I know, but... Tsugumi gently took the kid off of the MRI examination table and forcefully put me upon it. Pressed on both of my shoulders, she forced me down the table. You don't have to do that. Fine, I'll let you check me. I brushed Tsugumi's hands off of me. See? I'm lying down.
OK。ユウ、スキャンをお願い。
You start operating the control panel. The scanning light from the laser crawled slowly up my body. After a while...
スキャン、完了。
What's it say? My voice cracked when I asked a question. At least say something, you.
結果は、
You stared at the panel without moving.
結果は黒。たけしも。
Tsugumi read the monitor for me. Really?
残念だけど EDF に来て。ずっと以前からレミューにいた頃から私たち全員とっくの昔にティーフ・ブラウンに感染していたのよ。
Tsugumi hung her head down and let out a big sigh. Damn it! Stood up from the LMRI and was assaulted by a terrible dizzy spell. Whoa.
たけし危ない。
But from the looks of it, his legs weren't very steady either. Putting my hand on him while I somehow held myself up.
困ったもんだね。
You can say that again.
例のアンプルがあれば、オレンジのアンプル。
The kid pressed his hand to his face. As he wiped his mouth, I noticed a thin trail of blood there. Yeah, the serum. If they've been handling TB here at IBF, they should have some of that. If we use that, then the symptoms should lessen. I went around the examination room and checked to see if I could find anyone. I can't seem to skip this, even though it's some of the exact same text I've read before. Tsugumi, you hurriedly started checking through the medicine cabinets. The kid sank to the floor. He didn't look very good. His breathing was ragged and he had lines of pain etched on his face.
ダメ、ないみたい。
こっちも見当たらないわ。
The two of them were shaking their heads. Damn, what are we going to do? Hey Pippi, you seem like you're doing pretty well. Without me noticing, Pippi had come up and was darting around my legs. His trail was ragging frightfully. He suddenly jumped a few small objects from his mouth. Hey, where'd you get?
どうしたの？
You ran over to where we were.
これってオレンジのアンプル。
She picked up one of the fallen objects in front of Pippi. It was a small capsule, a capsule with orange liquid inside of it. 4 of them had fallen on the floor. Where did you find that, Pippi? I don't know if he understands me, but I asked Pippi anyway. Wine. Pippi shook his head from side to side. Were there any more of these? He shook his head. This is all of them? He nodded. Well, we need to take these immediately. Sorry, you, but get these ready. You're the only one who knows how to give shots.
注射器はこっちで見つかったわ、ユウ。
わかった。
We gathered all of the cartridges of the serum from the floor, put them on the bed. Looking slightly doubtful, you prepared the syringes one at a time and gave the kid and me our shots. Whew, I can relax for a while now.
Thank you, you.
どういたしまして。
Sitting with his back against the wall, the kid gave you a thumbs up. After that, he smiled and closed his eyes. He must have fallen asleep. Tsugumi and I carried the kid over to an empty bed. What do we do about Coco?
まだ高圧酸素療法の最中よ。ポットを開けることはできないわ。治療は今のところ順調。あそこに入っている限り、症状の急激な悪化はないと思うけど、酸素療法が終了次第、ココにもアンプルを与えましょう。
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, you should probably give yourself a shot too, don't you think you?
え？いや、私は。
The next shot had already been prepared, but for some reason you were stalling. She started coughing soundly. Hey, give yourself a shot quickly.
そんなこと。だって。
She wouldn't stop coughing. Her arm held onto the syringe started to shake.
深呼吸。
Her coughing finally stopped, but her hands wouldn't go still. What's wrong? You aren't feeling well? You want me to give the shot to you?
え？やだよ。注射、私、注射苦手なの。
Huh? You didn't have any problem sticking everyone else?
自分でするのは嫌なんだ。
そうなの。痛いの嫌いなの。
You puffed out her cheek stubbornly. What are you talking about? Your life's on the line here. What do you do? Give me that syringe, you. Reaching out quickly, he latched onto Yu's arm. Tsugumi, hold her down.
了解。
Tsugumi forced you to sit on the bed and held her so that she couldn't move.
ちょっと。何す。来た。
Stop complaining. He grabbed onto Yu's arm and stuck the needle in it.
ほら、どこに刺してるのよ。違う、そこじゃないって。ラボにしないで。痛い。もう、ゆっくりやってよ。
Well, stop squirming around so much.
角度が変。おかしいって。空気が入っちゃうじゃないのよ。
Stop complaining. You can't do it yourself.
下手くそー。
Shut up.
やめて、離して。死んじゃうよ。痛いよ。
You idiot. We're giving you this so you won't die. Tsugumi slumped her shoulders. Yu was throwing a tantrum like a spoiled child. Small droplets of red stained the right sheets of the bed. After that, you got scanned on the El Mariah suspected she had come down with TB. We hadn't have room to mess around anymore. Ultimately, you wouldn't let me do it, so she ended up giving herself the shot, complaining the whole time and with tears in her eyes. I'm not sure how long that condition will hold on with just one shot. Hey you, do you think we can do anything after it stops working? She was sitting on the computer terminal, silently typing on the keyboard. You, tell me what we can expect.
話しかけないでよ。ガチル。
Alright, alright.
まあ、とにかくやってみるから。誰かが通信ソフトにロックをかけて、ここから外に連絡できなくしてる。でも、時々外から混戦気味に通信データが入ってくるのを見つけたから、ロックを外せれば、あるいは、まともに通信できるようになるかもしれない。何の連絡の手立てもなかったレミューよりは、まだ希望があるよ。
Alright, show me what you got, genius.
Okay.
I left you for a while and went to look at the monitor attached to the capsule pod. Tsugumi came over to stand next to me and looked at the monitor.
ココの容体は
She's in serious but stable condition.
そう。
According to the model, it could be 4 hours before Coco could leave the pod. The pod was full of high-pressured oxygen. We couldn't take Coco out there until the time had come.
少年もポットに入ってもらった方がいいんじゃない？
Yeah, let's get it ready. But for some reason, we couldn't get the hatch on the furthest part to close. It wasn't easy, but I took the dead researcher out of his pod and set him down outside. Mr. T.Y. He was dead. It looked like he was smiling at the very end, but his expression had betrayed his agony after all. It was probably best that Coco hadn't seen her father's dead face. Tsugumi sterilized the pod and finished cleaning up. I shook awake the kid, who was sleeping in the bed. Hey kid, the pod's ready. Wake up.
Takeshi.
He slowly opened his eyes. Sorry to wake you, kid, but I need you to get in the capsule pod.
What?
He opened his eyes wide at my words.
他のみんなは
There's only one part that we can really use, so you get it.
嫌だ
What?
嫌だどうして僕だけそんな抜け駆けみたいなことはできないよ
It's not like that. It's about how sick you are. You're the most serious case after Coco.
それでも嫌だ一旦ポットに入ったらしばらく出られないんだろ嫌だよ僕はココのそばにいたいんだ
Getting up out of bed, the kid staggered quickly over to Coco's pod.
みんなが一緒に助かるってわかるまでここを動きたくない
He clung to the pod. I thought about trying to pull him off, but he seemed absolutely determined not to move. You stupid brat, what the hell are you saying? Forgetting my own exhaustion, I began shouting at the kid. Don't you want to escape? If you want to get out, you have to listen to me. If you get any worse, even if you get in the pod, it might be too late.
でも
Listen, there's only one more shot of the serum left. I'm pointing to the orange capsule left on the empty bed. So... What? Wait, why is there one left? All of a sudden the questions flew. You turned away from the terminal as well.
何言ってるのよ。そのアンプルはココの分でしょ？
Tsugumi mumbled with her face slightly turned away.
そっか。
Everyone's gaze finally rested on Tsugumi.
ねえ、つぐみ。私、あなたに注射をまだしてない。
それがどうしたっていうの？
Tsugumi mumbled with her eyes averted.
さっき、忘れたままだったの。少年と倉成にアンプルを注射して、その後私が暴れてそのまま。だから、4つあったアンプルは1つだけ残ってる。
Getting up from the terminal, you spoke acidly.
つぐみ、体調はどうなの？辛くないの？
Come to think of it, Tsugumi didn't have any symptoms. She didn't show any signs of the TB virus. I dredged up Tsugumi's old words from the depths of my memory. Highly improved immune system and increased metabolic efficiency. Tell Morris to continue to rejuvenate. You couldn't
ス
be.
キャンを受けてつぐみ。今すぐに。
Cure, Virus P carrier. Tsugumi's genetic makeup had been altered by Cure, giving her incredible regenerative powers against illness and injuries. Tsugumi had also been infected with TB, but she had already been able to make antibodies to drive out the virus. But in Sora's route, didn't she actually get TB? Or, I don't know, did she actually? I'm pretty sure she ejected herself because she knew that she was gonna get it sooner or later. Cure. Tsugumi had gone beyond the normal human compatibility. She had mentioned that she was special. Successful cases of genetic manipulation were probably exceedingly rare.
キュレイ。
I think it's pronounced Kyurei instead of Cure. Looking at the results from the LMRI scan, you
レ
nodded.
ミューのデータベースで見つけて。それ以前に一度だけ聞いたことがあったけど。
Yeah, I heard it before you. I
つぐ
forgot.
みがキュレイのキャリアだったなんて。
Somewhere in Sora's route, I think. I heard it before though.
軽蔑してもらって結構よ。
軽蔑だなんて、そんな。
じゃあ、怖い？私が怖いでしょ？ユウ。本当は、関わり合いになりたくないと思っていたんでしょ？
そんなことないよ。
You shook her head fiercely.
どうしてそう思うのよ。
だって、
Tsugumi bit her lip and said,
私だけが、ほら、こうして苦しまずにいるじゃないの。あなたたちが血を吐いて、やがて床に這うのを、心の中で嘲笑っているかもしれないのよ。そういうひどい人間なのよ、私は。
You couldn't look Tsugumi in the eyes.
そうは思わない。僕は
Clutching Coco's paw, the kid spoke up.
つぐみがひどいやつだなんて思っていないよ。だってつぐみはココを助けたことがあるじゃないか。命がけで誰かを助けたことがあるじゃないか。
だから何なのよ。私は今、そうしたことを悔いている。ココは今、ティーフ・ブラウンによって苦しめられているじゃないの。ポットの中で、苦しんでいるじゃないの。私が気まぐれで彼女を救ったりしなければ、そんなことにはならなかった。
The kid turned away from Tsugumi. Tsugumi! Stop it right now! I yelled at her with all my might. I ran over to her and grabbed her by her collar. Are you still talking garbage like that? Saying things you don't really mean?
本心よ。
Stop lying to yourself.
嘘なんかじゃない。だって事実だもの。私だけが今ティーフ・ブラウンにかかっていない。
Ah, I let go of Tsugumi.
どう、たけし。事実を受け入れる気になってくれた？
Tsugumi was probably just pretending to smile at me. Yeah, it is an indisputable fact. Fine, I'll accept it. But you might just help us get better.
なんですって？
Just then, Tsugumi's expression became serious. Well, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really tell, but smallpox, penicillin, snake antivenom. You're pretty smart. This should make sense to you, right?
まさか、そんな。
It's our only chance. Your body's creating antibodies to the T-Flow virus. We'll use that. If we can get those antibodies, then there's a small chance we can fight off the T-Flow.
無茶よ。馬鹿げてる。
Tsugumi's expression was getting more and more worked up.
そんなに簡単じゃないのよ。抗生物質やワクチンを生成するのは浅はかにも程があるわ。うかつにそんなことをしてみんなが死んでしまったらどうするのよ。
If we don't do anything, we're dead anyway. She snuffed in her breath. Without moving, Tsugumi's expression turned ice. You and the kid who have been staring at the ground the whole time raised their heads and looked at me. That's right, if we don't do anything, we're dead. And if that's the case, it's better that we take this risk, no matter how small our chance of survival. Splash. Damn it, not another nosebleed. A nosebleed and I'm coughing up blood. Can't believe how lame this is. Wiped off my nose and my chin. What, you aren't gonna laugh at me, Tsugumi, for being such a dork? Come on, laugh, Tsugumi. I held my hand toward her. It was covered in blood.
近寄らないで。嫌よ、私は。
Shaking her head furiously, Tsugumi backed away.
クラナリ、
Shh. Yu was moving to stand up, but I lifted a hand signaling her to stop.
聞いてクラナリ。つぐみも。
Yu opened her mouth to talk from where she was seated at the
この
terminal.
診療室の奥に簡単なラボがあるの。遠心分離器がついたアンプル生成用のマシンも備えられてる。あれなら素早く正確にティーフブラウ抗体を抽出できるかもしれない。ティーフブラウをスキャンで見つけられるんだから、きっと抗体もスキャンで見つけ出して抽出できるはずよ。
She continued to talk in a low, calm voice.